All right, I'll record it in case some of the other, well, definitely for Missy. And then in case Ashley falls asleep. She looks like she's ready to pass out. Okay, first of all, so Sarah and I have been kind of communicating about how we can best help our top coaches get to where they want to be without doing another typical training. And because I think everyone's trained out, you guys are all fully trained, you all know what you're doing, so that's not what you all need. And so Sarah and I were trying to figure out a way that would help you guys and help us too. It's not just about, we don't want it to feel like it's, we're helping each other is the bottom line. And so we kind of thought about this new way of doing this that's not any really, I shouldn't say extra work, but it's changing how you're working a little bit. Because you guys don't need extra, like I said, training or anything. Like definitely some things we can all improve upon, but I don't think it's about training at this point because all of you are all pretty seasoned coaches. So Sarah and I have been talking about some different ways of addressing this. So we both picked our, top 4 performing coaches or the top 4 that want to, advance forward or who have been diamond in the past and are really close to getting back to it, that kind of thing. So we chose you guys for a reason. And so the way we want to kind of look at this group as like we're mentoring each other, we're helping each other out, we're keeping each other accountable. We're going to have daily expectations, like things that you need to be doing daily within your business. And so every day we will have like a poll in the group. It's where you just check what you've done. Okay, did you do, and we'll determine what our baseline is, like how many times we invite to the coaching opportunity or whatever. That's for accountability purposes. But obviously the purpose of this 4-week, kind of collaboration is to help all of us advance our businesses forward with our ranks and with Success Club and all of that stuff, volume and all of that. So that's the goal. So of course, we're going to focus a little bit more on how we are going to share about the business and how we're going to, and how we can tweak some things within even with our social media. We'll talk a little bit about that, how you can tweak your avatar and how you can really know your own story. So that's kind of the focus. So there's not going to be a ton of content within our Facebook page. We just kind of needed a landing spot. But we would like to, do a Zoom weekly. We can find a different time if that works better, just so we can keep each other accountable and on track with where we are with our businesses. We can also do some live stuff together if we need to, like live invites, like, okay, for the next 10 minutes, we're all going to send out as many invites as we can, that kind of thing. But we're going to kind of, this is the first time we've done it. So there's Christy. Hey, Christy. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. So Sarah, do you want to talk about the coach sneak peeks, or do you want me to keep going?
I can if you want. I mean, I guess I just want to reiterate that.
Like 2 hours of sleep.
I know. I think it's less than that, but that's okay. I want to just reiterate that this is, when I think of the activities that I'm doing and not doing consistently, this is, like you said, Sarah, as much for me as you guys. And I mean, you're all rock stars. So I guess what I just want to say too is that we might have this vision of what this group is, and it might change based on our needs. I do think social media is a big one, and tweaking how we post and how we follow up is a big one, and finding that avatar. So, yeah, I mean, you can talk about I'm going to just let you talk because I am having trouble just articulating anything because of the weekend.
You just pipe in when you need to. So Okay. So I'm just going to throw all the ideas that Sarah and I talked about, and we'll kind of wrap it up towards the end. This won't be a super long call. It'll just sort of set what we're going to do this week as a group, and then what we're going to plan for, because we're going to be doing some things together. And the first thing I want to talk about is doing 2 sneak peeks this month. Now that might mean 4 of you do the first one and 4 of you do the second one, or it could mean all of you do it. It could mean a full week, like social media sneak peek. It could be a Zoom call, whatever works best that you feel is most effective for you. So we need to, and I think, we definitely need to be doing those more regularly to help promote our own businesses. So that was objective number one, is for us to kind of nail down a couple of dates or weeks, depending on if you want to. I know like Rachel Baldwin does, she doesn't do Zoom calls. She does it all on a group, which is fine, or I like Zooms, or you can do the live thing. So we would have to nail down that. So that's objective number one. So we could talk about that in a minute. And then the second thing that we're going to have you guys do is we're going to have you make your list of people that you're going to invite this week to the coaching opportunity. Because if you don't make the list, you're not going to do it. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. I mean, when we don't have it in front of us and we can't check it off, it makes it so much easier when you have a list of people that you could pull upon. And I don't know if we're going to make, and I don't know what you think, Sarah, or anyone else, like, should we have an objective for the week, how many we invite, or should it be per day? That we want to make sure, I shouldn't say invite, but sharing. We want it to be organic too. We don't want it to be forced upon, like, oh, I didn't get my 5 in, I got to find the 5th person. No, it's got to be something that's natural, that goes with, conversations you've had in the past, or maybe it's a current challenger that's completely rocking it out and you've been starting to talk to them about it, that kind of thing. So that's the second objective, is we're going to start making a list of people that we're going to invite. This will just focus on this week, and you can do a certain number per day, or you can do it all in one day, whatever works with your schedule, because I know we all have different schedules. And then the last thing we wanted to talk about, the third objective for us tonight, is to talk about what we would like you guys to do. This is all part of Social Team Builder, which some of you are in, or all of you might be in it. But anyway, one thing that we want to talk about is the interview. And like Christy, I interviewed you a while ago. They've completely changed the interview questions, but the purpose of that is to help sort of fine tune what your own story is. And they recommend recording it and getting it transcribed, which I never did that, and I probably should. But I mean, I got interviewed, but I never transcribed it. I just kind of jotted down my answers, and that's all I did. But I'm going to post in a little bit the questions of the interview, and you can have like your husband interview you, or we can have people in the group. You can find someone in this group that you want to interview. You can do it together, but we highly recommend that, so you can become more in tune with your own story, which is going to help you with your social media posting. So I'm going to post that in our Diamond Leadership. Oh, yay, she's on. Awesome. I'm going to post that in our Diamond Leadership, or Diamond, what did we call it, Mentorship group. I'll post that interview in there. So you'll want to find someone that's going to interview you in the next week. So that's where we're at right now. So what should we start on? Should we talk about sneak peek? Is everyone okay with those ideas? Like, where are you guys at? We don't want to drag you, but we want great. So anyone? Bueller?
I like
Whoops, sorry. I muted you. I didn't mean to mute you.
good.
Sorry.
For me personally, I invite, I do it in like a blitz. So I might not invite during the week when I have the kids, but I'll throw out 50 on a weekend. So I don't know. I'm cool with, this was a goal this week for how many invites. I know other people do it every day, and that's awesome. I would love to get to that point, and maybe in this group I will. Maybe it will just force me to rack out 10 a day, or 20 a day. I mean, top coaches are inviting like 100 a day.
I know.
But whatever.
I don't got time for that.
But I'm good with either way, just a weekly invite check-in, or
Okay.
maybe we post our list. This is who we invited, or this is how many. I think the biggest thing is not to compare, but I might say, oh, Ashley got her invites in, I've got to do mine.
Right.
Like I can do mine. She did hers, I can do mine. For me, it's more motivating. So
Definitely.
I would love to nail down some dates if we can start there, because I'm just like looking at my calendar right now, and I just have to get it on the calendar.
Sounds good.
Is everyone else cool with that? Yeah.
All right. Before we move forward, I just want to welcome Leanie's on the call, because she has not been on many of our teams. She's relatively new. Well, she's been a coach of mine for a while, but she's been like rocking it out the last couple months. Like Success Club 8 and 10 the last 2 months. And she's been doing it on her own, just like, So I thought she'd be awesome to have in our group. So she is new. She is pretty new to the coaching. But she seems super excited. So I just wanted to make sure that she was recognized in here. So what we were talking about is scheduling 2 events we need to to share the coaching opportunity with people who we believe would be good coaches. And a lot of times we start with our challengers. And that's where I always start, is with my current challengers, or I also talk to a lot of my discount coaches. If you already have, discount coaches, I always talk to them as well. Okay, so dates. Is everyone cool? Everyone's cool with that? Everyone said yes to that? All right, so are we thinking Zoom calls? Are we thinking like a week-long group or just an event page? What are you guys thinking?
My personal thought would be a Zoom call, just because you can see who attends. You don't necessarily know that people are watching the videos and following through and that sort of thing.
Okay.
I like the Zoom call idea too. It puts it on the calendar. It makes it a priority. And it's also there as the record for anybody like tonight that can't be on.
Right. Okay.
What did you say that Rachel does?
She does a group. I used to do these way in the beginning where she'd do 1 post a day for 5 days.
Okay.
I had a hard time. People would not stick to it. No one would. They would listen to one and then they forget because they're busy. Right. They got lives.
Isn't it almost like a clean eating group?
Yeah.
Only for coaching.
5-day sneak peek is what she
does.
I mean, it's working for her, obviously. So I'm open to it, but I was never really super successful with it. But
I've had 3 people that have watched the Zoom that we did as our team sneak peek last month. And I'm still doing follow-ups to them. I've got a call after this one tonight. So none of them were able to hop on live, but they were able to look at it, watch it, and still have that as a connect point. Whereas if you do it as a group, then they've got 5 days worth of, or they got to sit down and get X number of time allotted, and you don't know when you start how much time you got to dedicate to it. So I think it's awesome that it works for Rachel, but me personally, I'd like to start with Zooms.
Okay. Yeah.
Ideally, what I would love is to be able to do a Zoom and live at the same time. Because a lot of people, and I love what Kay said about the playback, but I know a lot of prospects of mine, they're like, what's Zoom? This seems too much. But if they can go, and I know you can do that, but it's what, $35 extra a month?
I don't know if it's 35 extra or if it's 35 total. Because I know
we
15
into that.
What's that?
I said, then we got to check into that.
We should. 15.
Because then you can go live on your page.
If we split the cost, I'm just cheap. I won't even pay the $15 a month to extend my call. I did it like once, and you pay $15 to make it more than 40 minutes.
Yeah, I might look into that because I've even thought it would be cool to interview a challenger weekly, but do it on a Zoom and go live on your page, or interview a coach and have them share their story once a week. Right. But I don't see the benefit unless you can go live at the same time. So I was thinking that idea also.
What did we do with those Good Vibe Tribe calls? The last couple were like a live thing.
Wendy had purchased that package.
Okay, so it was like through Zoom, or what was it through?
Zoom.
Okay. I didn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
All right. I just might look into that, but I'm good with the Zoom.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's pick a date. And do we want to split up half and half, or do we all want to do it each time? I'm like, I don't care.
Well, and Nate asked me, I don't know if he's still on, but, yep, he is. Because they're doing these sneak peeks in the Sweat Society.
Right.
That you can invite to constantly, which is great. But my response to my coaches was, yeah, but these people are going to want to see your face and hear your story. So, I mean, there's 8 of us. My daughter's cracking up over here, and I don't know why.
Well, there's actually 10 of us.
Oh, there's 10 of us, so we could do 5 and 5.
Yeah.
I'm good with whatever's going to get you guys going and me going.
Well, why don't we pick a date and then we can talk about details. We have time, you know. So today is February 11th. Holy crap.
I know.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that far in the month. How crazy is that? Okay.
I know.
It's all those snow days. It kind of throws you off.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we probably want to do, I'm guessing, an evening call. I don't know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I don't care. So, you know, either the week of the 18th or the week of the 25th, 26th.
Are we looking for one day or two?
Well, we're going to do 2 days, but we can spread it out for 2 weeks apart so that we always have an event coming up that we can invite to.
Gotcha.
That's the goal. This
So
is
like,
going to be irregular. This is going to be a busier month. This is not going to be typical month.
so if you wait till the week which is next week, the week of the 18th, and we did like a Thursday, the 22nd, what does Thursday night for other people look like? Because Wednesday nights are other team call. Sunday nights, if we keep this call or some conversation amongst the 10 of us, then that leaves Monday, Tuesday, and you don't want to do anything on Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, right?
And we can change this call. This is just what we've chose for this.
Thursday doesn't work for me. But
I like Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
This time works good. When we've done team calls at 8:30, I think for a large majority of people, we're able to get on.
Mm-hmm.
And people are wrapping up their week. They're starting their kids to bed.
They don't want to go to work on Monday because they hate their jobs.
Right. So they'll sit and listen to some new opportunity about something that might be able to keep them home. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Let's do one on the 18th and one on the 25th.
Back to back, or should we have some space in there?
Oh, I thought you could get 2 in this month.
Well, I meant in the next 4 weeks.
Gotcha.
30 days, yeah.
I would say the 25th, and then mid-March,
So
just to give us time to invite and get a good group.
that would, okay, so we'd have tons of time. 2 weeks. That would give us 2 weeks. And then we can do one on the 4th or the 11th of March.
Well, if you do it on the 25th, then you'd want to skip, I would think you'd want to skip the 4th.
Yeah.
So you've got another week of inviting and do one on the 11th.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And we could either, we don't, for our touch base, we could touch base before the call or after the call, you know what I mean? We can figure it out. So, all right, let's do that.
8:30?
8:30 on the 25th and the 11th. So we have 2 dates that's what we'll be aiming for.
And I'm going to throw this out there. No offense to the size of this group, but I think 10 people doing a single Zoom on a coach invite is going to go well past your 40 minutes. People are going to get bored and we're going to ramble or shut somebody off. So I think we should split it up.
That's fine.
I think that sounds good. I was kind of thinking the same thing, Kay, but it doesn't mean that you can't be on that call because if you're inviting,
absolutely.
Right?
And
So
I think we
might
should
know our faces, but I think we should only have, a max of 5 speaking.
I absolutely agree with you because the more our faces that people see, the better.
All right, cool. Let's do that. All right, so we've got our date on our calendar, and you guys
Did you say 8:30?
8:30? Yeah, does that
Is
work?
that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm out of town both weekends
Oh,
for
girl.
basketball. No, it'll be fine. I'll just be flying in the door. I'll throw the kids some crackers or something and Say I'll put you to bed in an hour.
Do you want to do 9 o'clock?
Bad mom.
You're not.
Sarah, is
No.
9 o'clock easier or no?
It's not going to matter. Nope.
Okay.
I just needed to get the time down.
Well, you'll only be doing one of the calls, and then you can be like the look at the end of the call. You're always good at the end. So if you get on 15 minutes late, you can hop in on the end.
All right, 8:30. Got it.
So, okay. So we've got that down. So our job is this week, how many people should we write down on our list? And then let's post it in the group by tomorrow or Tuesday. So make a list of 50. Is that too high? 50?
No. That's not too high.
If we're pushing for diamond, 50 is not too high.
50. Look at Ashley's face. Is she frozen?
Invite to coaching.
I think she's frozen.
At first I thought she was just making that face.
Well, and it might be, like Sarah said, your challengers. I always start there. Maybe people that are prospects that are going to be challengers. I always invite them to the coaching opportunity, or people who have said no in the past. And so it could be a follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
I think 50 is a good goal.
So the goal,
Only 2 steps.
our thing by tomorrow or Tuesday, or maybe we should just make it Tuesday because it's going to be late. Tuesday is to have your list of 50. Your list.
Have your list. Okay.
You have to invite all 50 by Tuesday.
Thank you. I'm going to have to do mine this weekend. But have the list.
Have the list. And we're going to be doing it too. I need to do it.
So Nate just wrote that the numbers work for 5 to be from Ignite Your Soul and 5 from All Stars for the other.
Right. Yes. Yep. We planned it that way, Nate. Okay. So 50. You got it. 50. 50. Make the list. All right. So, and it doesn't have to be a big deal, you guys. Like, a lot of times my invites, like today, one of my challengers lost 10 pounds this month in 80-day obsession. And I've been talking about the coaching with her for a long time, just like kind of casual. She's this close to doing it. And my invite today really was like, okay, you're going to share this on your personal page, aren't you? And then I said, and then I'm going to get you to coach, right? And then I did a winky face, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to coach, like I'm going to, she's like getting her mind, like that's what an invite is. It doesn't have to be like this formal, like I want to invite you to this coaching opportunity. It doesn't have to be goofy like that. Just make it totally your personality. And, anyone that's like really successful in your challenge groups or people that love on your fitness posts, or whatever, or anyone that you've been having conversations with, or maybe you just make it super casual, like, listen, I got this event. I'd love to see what your thoughts are on it. I think, Sarah, you had some really great language on that. I think last time we had one. You could just say, hey, I'm doing this thing. I really want your opinion on it. Would you mind hopping on and tell me your thoughts? What
if we shared this week some of those invite ideas, just all of us?
Yes, that's a good idea. So we don't.
Hey, I threw this invite out. It was a warm invite. This was a cold invite to a Dream Team member. Or this was off my business page, or I don't know. And then we all tweak them.
Yeah, I like it.
It's kind of embarrassing if you send a person the same invite and it's the exact wording. So I think we're good about tweaking it though. Would that be helpful? That would help me. I always, even though I've done it how many times, sometimes I go blank or I want to change it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I oftentimes just, unless I'm going on a blitz, but I often just kind of make it natural with my conversation.
Can I change the subject completely because I'm on drugs and I'll forget this? Sarah Boldman, when we were at dinner and we threw out the dinner idea for Christmas, you had an app that you literally put an invite, like you made the little screenshot on your phone in 2 seconds. What's that app called?
Rana Designs.
Okay, that's what I wondered.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's in our Sweat Society. I think Raina Odell suggested that one today.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
flag. Okay. So we got our dates down. Woohoo! We just need to figure out who's going to do which calls. Because I know, like, Nini's is brand new. I don't know how she feels about any of the stuff that we're talking about, because this is all new to her. So I'll follow up with you. We'll chat privately and see where you're at. What else do we have? I think
Or you could just tell us all now.
you guys are all nuts.
Just because I'm curious.
Oh, well, we've got all the Midwesterners here, and she lives in Miami.
I have a coach in Miami.
Hi.
I have the best coach in Miami. You need to connect with her.
Who's her Miami coach?
Mary Martinez.
Oh, okay.
She's a freaking rock star. She just started coaching.
And she lives in Miami.
Yes. She's going to be in our Emerald group. Anyway,
Awesome.
we got to hook you guys up.
Yes.
All right. Do we have anything else we need to cover tonight?
We talked about the interview. Do we want to see if anyone wants to pair up, or commit to how we're going to make that happen?
Yeah, I mean, we can. If you want to pair up with someone in here, that's good. If you want to, I mean, I don't know what everyone else feels like.
I say we do random numbers, draw numbers, and pair us up so that it's not convenient and it makes you step outside your box.
Yeah, that's true. It does take time, though. These interviews take a while. So that's something we have to keep in mind, you know.
Does ours took.
You said it took like an hour, didn't it?
What's that?
When you and Sarah did one, didn't it take about an hour?
Hour and a half, but we were yapping too, you know.
Okay.
Maybe we need to see the questions and everything first before we.
Yeah, I have them. I schedule the post. It's going to be popping on our page in a half hour.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of questions. I think we can kind of sift through them. I just copy and pasted what Jesse Regan had suggested, and then popped it in there. So.
The other thing too is you can invite to the free group.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the free group. I know that'll be the 26th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe put that date down. I think Nate, you're doing one earlier.
I think
Is he
he's
frozen?
next week. I think he was doing one.
Okay.
They were going to do one of the clean weeks starting on the 19th, if my calendar is still right.
Cool.
Christy, is that right?
Are you guys still doing that?
It might be up in the air. We decided doing an extra group while we were running our 3-week group was just too much, especially for our newer people and everything. So we would do it the 26th. I threw out clean week. They like the idea, but I doubt any of them are going to have anybody buying Shakeology and being ready for that. So we might just do the free group. So.
Well, and for the free group that I'm hopping in with Sarah on, I think it's the same one you guys are doing, the ab one.
Yeah.
I'm going to offer the clean week.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna throw that out there. They don't have to do it, but I'm gonna throw that out there that they can try Shakeology if they want.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
So we can combine them. It can be free, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I like, for people that I don't know well, like I always start with free groups because, you know, they don't know me. And it seems to be more effective. It's a good way of creating relationships. If you don't have 50 people that you can talk to, like definitely start with free groups. But that's how I do it. So yeah, if you're not in on the abs group on the 26th, you guys can, whoever wants to be in it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in a place where I can actually talk and see now. Yeah, ours is starting tomorrow and is running through Friday. It's just all it is, honestly. It's the slider moves from 80-day obsession, and we're just introducing like 2 a day and like building it up throughout the course of the week so that by Friday they'll have all 10 moves.
I
So
love it.
it's very, very straightforward, very easy. No prerequisites whatsoever. Doesn't matter who their coach is. If they've got another coach, it's just about including as many people. Invite your friends, make it big, make it buzzy, make it something to talk about. And that's exactly what's happening so far.
I kind of want to sneak. Can I look at your group?
Yeah.
Like,
I sent you the, did I send it to you personally or did I post it somewhere?
I remember.
It's on the link to it's on my Fit page. I'll post it in our group here so that if you guys, or I'll just put you, anybody who wants to be in the group, just let me know and I'll put you in it. So.
Can you just post it in our diamond group and then you don't have to,
Yeah.
that might save you some time.
Yeah, just do that.
'Cause can't we just request to join then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
right
trying to
after
think of a
this.
way to save you time.
Yeah, that'd be
Yep.
awesome. Thank you.
Totally fine.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like something that, like those moves will be fun for people and it's different, and it incorporates our newest program. So love it. All right, cool. All right.
Okay, do we still want to Zoom? Do we want to set up the weekly Zooms or?
Okay, so today is the 11th, the 18th. Is there a different time for people, or is this a good time?
Sarah, don't we have a leadership call at 8:30 on Sundays? On the 18th?
So yeah, this time doesn't work.
Am I muted? Oh, okay. So that,
So Christy Heilman, you said Thursdays don't work, right?
Yeah.
Can we go earlier on Sunday?
Can we go early Sunday before the days are started?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even that.
Because
Like 7 in the morning or what time?
before all the sports and stuff will start.
I'm pretty available on Sundays. Usually I'm home all day, so I'm available whenever.
I have tournaments the next month,
That's why I'm asking you, Sarah, because I know you've got basketball. Like,
but I can Zoom like in the car or, I mean, I could just be tuned in. I probably shouldn't do that when I'm on the bench coaching. Just a minute, I need to do this Zoom call.
Are you out of town?
The 18th, I'm in East Lansing, so it's close. No, that's good.
What time do you guys start your tournament at?
I don't know. It depends on how they do Saturday.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
and so they could play as early as like an 8 a.m. game, right?
I don't know. Just go with majority, and I'll just make it a point to try to get on.
Okay.
Well, and this isn't going to be a super long call because it's just us touching base, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So do you want to do 7 a.m.? It gets my butt out of bed, which would not usually happen otherwise on a Sunday morning.
I'm up early on Sundays, so if everyone else is good with that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Might work.
What day are we talking?
Next Sunday?
The 18th.
What time?
To
7.
do 7
Oh,
a.m.
poor Kathy.
Oh, wait, Kathy's, that's 6 a.m. for Kathy.
Oh,
Oh,
Let's do it a little bit later.
7:30?
Kathy, what works for you? Do you have laryngitis?
nope, she's muted.
Oh,
Unmute. She's still muted.
There we go.
No, it's not even that I can't do 6 necessarily, but like sometimes I'm just waking, like that might be the one day I sleep till 6 or, so, and if they have religious ed, we're getting them out the door to church and.
Right.
Right. That's kind of my thing too, is it's 8:30 a.m. mass every Sunday morning and then religious ed right after that.
But if there's a time that works for the majority, like everybody else said, if I can, I'll get on, even if I'm in a car somewhere,
Right.
well, Christy Vuktavine did remind us that it's going to be quick.
Yeah.
What if we didn't,
We'll make
is
it
8 p.m. on Sundays too late?
What time's your leadership call start?
8:30. Or is it 8?
It's at 8:30. Oh,
I don't remember.
I have it written down in here as 8:30.
Girls, plug your ears. I have groups and calls like you all coming out of my ass. They're shooting out all over. It's out of control.
I have to use my calendar. Like, okay, it's gonna kick us off. Less than 1 minute. It says. All right. Okay. 8 p.m.
8
Okay.
p.m.
8 p.m. for right now, and then we can chat in a group this week if it changes.
Okay. Can I say something in the last 30 seconds?
Yes.
I just want to say that I think it's awesome you guys are here. And when Sarah says this helps us, it's true. Like it benefits my business as far as me doing the actions. That's what I think. And I just think for me especially, it's important to be around people who see it for you.